Good morning everybody. Just let me put these down. Now, I was going to go on the ploughed today, but because of all the heavy rain that we've had, I'm giving that a miss because it's like a bog. Now, I've taken the time and the trouble to drive all this way to this particular piece of pasture because I haven't been on it for quite a long time. Now, I've had some success on here before, found some nice bits and pieces. It's absolutely huge. It's about 1/4 of a mile from top to bottom and probably 1/4 of a mile from that side to that side. But I've also noticed that at the top of the field just there, the farmer's already let the cows out. Well, I say cows, they're all young bulls. There's about 15 of them and they are very young, and as you know, at that age, extremely unpredictable. So I'll be keeping a very, very close eye on those little fellows. Right, I'm going to head off in that direction over there, my friends, and we'll see what we can dig up. Okie dokie. Catch you all later. Well, this is a promising sign. I've only walked from where my bag is, just over there where that tree is, probably about 15 metres. Got a target down here. It was a little bit scratchy at first, and when I first dug it up, I found this orange nylon rope type thing, and I expected to find some kind of horse tack on the end of it, but there wasn't. Unfortunately, when I dug a little bit deeper, it looks as though we've got our first coin of the day. It's nothing to shout about. Well, I don't think so anyway. It just looks like a halfpenny. Could be Victorian. Not entirely sure. My glasses are somewhere inside all these coats. It's quite cold today. Anyway, we'll pop that in the box, clean it up a little bit later on, and see if we can get anything off it. Right then, we'll get a little bit further, my friends. Right then, well, I'll tell you something, it's surprising how much it's warmed up in the last 20 minutes. If it gets much warmer, this will be coming off. Anyway, I thought we'd got another coin down here, but we haven't. It's a button. Cracking signal, came up at 71, 72 on the Technetics. Only about 4 inches deep. Looks like a livery button. Still got the shank on the back. Whether or not we'll get anything off the front, I don't know. It's looking doubtful. Anyway, we'll pop it in the box and we'll get a bit further. Now, I actually forgot how rocky this field was at the bottom. As you can see, huge lumps of stone just underneath the surface. Anyway, we got a cracking signal here, came up at 76, 77 on the ID scale. And when I dug it out and moved the rock, I thought I'd lost it. But it turns out, whatever it is stuck to the underneath of that stone. So, theoretically speaking, if it's on the underneath of the stone, it shouldn't be a ring pull. But let's have a look and see what's on the underneath of the stone. And it's rubbish. Oh, well, there you go, the best laid plans of mice and men. It's just rubbish. Right, we'll pop that in the rubbish bag and we'll get a bit further. Right then, we've got another target down here, just at the edge of the woods. Came up at 68, 69 on the ID scale. It's this little bizarre doohickey just here. Now, when I first dug it up, I thought it was a coin, but it looks as though it's been clipped all the way around, which is a little bit bizarre because it's a copper coin. So I can only assume that it's been made into some sort of farming token by the landowner hundreds of years ago. I don't really know. But it's a strange little find all the same. Anyway, I'll just let you have a quick look at that. And there it is. A strange little copper coin that's been clipped. Right, we'll pop that into the box and I think I'll go for a cup of tea. Right then, you good people, we've got a signal down here and it's coming up. At a solid 78. So we'll give it a dig and see what we've got. Now, I haven't touched it. In fact, I haven't even dug it up. It's still on the spade, just there. I was just about to lift it out of the ground. Now, I didn't pick it up. It looks very shiny and very silver. And I'm expecting there to be a shank on the other side. It's too shiny to be an old... it's a bloody washer! Oh, dearie me. That's what it is. It's a very, very shiny silver washer. Right, we'll pop that into the bag and we'll crack on. Oh, bloody hell. Right, my good friends, we've got another target down here. It's out of the hole, I can see it, and came up at a solid 66 on the Technetics. It is a button, but it actually looks like a very nice button. Looks as though it's got some sort of, I don't know, filigree design on it. Still got the shank on the back, but it looks like a very nice button. Well, I'll let you have a look at that. Let's see if I can clean it up a little bit. Anyway, there's the button in question, my friends. Right, we'll pop it into the box and crack on. Right, my good friends, well, this was a deep one. It's probably about 11 inches deep, something like that. Came up at 81, 82 on the ID scale. It's just there, my friends, and I think, well, I'm fairly sure we've got a silver love token. Well, I say silver, it looks black, but hopefully the zinc powder will take care of that. What a cracking little find that is. Absolutely marvellous. Right, I'll let you have a look at that. And there we are, my friends. As I said, it looks a bit on the black side, but I'm sure it'll clean up marvellously with the zinc powder, as I mentioned earlier. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Right, into the boxy thing with that, and best foot forward. Right then, my good friends, we've got another target down here. It's only about 5 inches deep. It's coming up at a solid 76. Oops, I've just stood in a cow pat. Oh, bugger. Oh, it's gone up to 78 now. Right, let's have a look, see what we've got. Here we are. Looks like a coin. Shut up! That's nothing. Yeah, looks like a coin. Could be almost anything. Don't recognise it. Let's call it George the Third. It could be a... I don't know. It's a bit small for a halfpenny, and it's a bit big for a farthing. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we'll get something off it, maybe we won't. Quite thick. But anyway, it's another nice little find, and that's all that matters. Right, we'll pop it into the box, and I think we'll plod off in that direction over there, my friends. Right then, my good friends, I'll just quickly show you this. It's just there. It was about 7 or 8 inches deep. Not entirely sure. It looks like a coin. I suppose it could be some sort of farthing, maybe. I don't really know. Anyway, whatever it is, we'll clean it up later, and we'll see if we can get anything off. Oop, 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 come here, you bugger! And we'll we'll see if we can get anything off it. But as I said, I don't know. Is it farthing, quarter farthing, half farthing? I don't know. Right, we'll pop it away and we'll crack on a bit further. Right then, I'm just heading off in that direction to get another drink, and we've got another target down here, but I think it's another button. But looking at it, I think that might be medieval. It's just got that look about it, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we'll pop it away and have a better look at it a little bit later on, because I think that could turn out to be seriously old. Right, I'll go and get a cuppa. Right then, my good friends, we've got another target down here. It's about maybe 6 or 7 inches deep. Came up at 74, 75 on the ID scale. I don't need the pinpointer because I can see it. It's another button, but it's another good button, because I'm almost certain that that is a medieval ball or nipple button, as they are sometimes called. A little bit rude, I know, but they do sometimes call them nipple buttons. As I said, almost certainly medieval Tudor, which is not surprising for this particular area. Right, that's another absolutely cracking little find. Absolutely wonderful. Right, I'll just let you have a quick look at that. There we are, a little Tudor or medieval ball button or nipple button. Right, we'll pop that into the box, and I'm still going to go for a cup of tea. Right then, well, as I'm sure you are aware, I had to beat a hasty retreat because the young bulls were on their way down the field and they were making a beeline for me, so I legged it. Anyway, let's have a closer look at the finds. Right then, let's have a look at the finds. Well, that's not exactly unwanted. It's quite a nice find actually. It's just a leather stud. Various pieces of lead. That is actually a piece of bronze slag. Little 4-hole button, more lead, little strange cup thing. That was the damn silver washer that I dug up. Moving on to the other finds. That is the livery button that I dug up. There's nothing on it. Can't get a design off it at all. Can't get a maker's name off it either, so that's a bit of a non-starter. That is the lovely... Oops, where's it gone? That is the lovely filigree button that I dug up. It looks as though it could be nautical, maybe a ship's steering wheel or helm with twisted rope round the inside and the outside. Unfortunately, there's no maker's name on the other side, so I can't put a date on that. That is the medieval button that I dug up, made out of bronze. Very nice find, very unusual. There's what's left of the shank on the back. That, now I've had a good look at it, it's not medieval, it's Tudor. You can tell it's not medieval because it's not quite as rough. It's more finely made, but a beautiful little button all the same. And as I said, it's Tudor, not medieval. So that's it. It's a lovely, cracking little find, that. So that's the buttons. This is the what I can only assume has been made into a farmer's token of some description. It's roughly the same size as a George III farthing. I can't get anything off it, no bust, no lettering or anything, but it's obviously been made into a token of some description. This I thought was going to be a Victorian halfpenny, but it's not. I don't know what kind of coin it was, but it's also been made into a token. You can quite clearly see the letter M has been stamped on it, or it could even be a W if you turn it the other way up. There's nothing on the other side, just the remnants of someone's bust. Could be George III, not entirely sure, but a nice find all the same. Now this one had me scratching my head, but I eventually found out that it is in actual fact a forgery. It's a forgery of a George III 1 shilling piece. Now obviously it should be silver, but it's not. So that's what it is. It's an actual forgery of a George III silver shilling. It's a lovely find. Even better than finding the real thing. So that's what that is, a forgery. And then we found the lovely William III silver love token, about 1696-97. There's nothing on the other side whatsoever. You can only just about make out his bust, but another wonderful find. Now you might think that that was the best find of the day, but I think this is the best find of the day, and I still don't know what it is. I assumed it was some sort of coin. There's a line at the bottom where the date should have been, but there's no date. It looks like someone sat on a throne or a seat holding some sort of staff or crook, something along those lines. Not entirely sure. And on the other side it looks as though there are two people sat or stood behind a table or an altar, and that is as much as I can tell you about it, because I haven't got the faintest idea what it is. It may be some sort of religious token. I really don't know. If anybody's seen anything like it before, please let me know, because I'm at a complete loss on that one. Right then, those are the finds, my friends, so I'll just adjust the camera. Right, those were the finds, my friends. Now before you rush off, I just want to give a shout out to a couple of very good channels. The first one is History Unearthed. It's hosted by a very nice chap. He makes some nice videos. In fact, he's even found a hoard. They are good RMD videos, no messing about, so check it out. That's History Unearthed. The other channel is Treasure Rangers Saving History, which is hosted by Jamie and Rachel, two very good friends of mine and very nice people as well. They also make excellent videos, they do some good giveaways and they do some really good work for charity. So check out Treasure Rangers Saving History. Now after we've done here, I'll just give you a quick look at the two channels so you can see them in detail. Okay, right then my friends, thank you once again for joining me. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I did, apart from the cows chasing me off. Well, bulls. Anyway, found a few nice bits and pieces. I will be going back to that field because I'm sure there's a lot more to be found. Right then, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers, new and old. You know I appreciate it, I really do. And I'll see you all the next time round, my friends. Bye bye.